Like I said, I'm 14, I want to have a baby.
At 14, I could barely take care of my dog.
Send me to hell if I kill someone. You're not having a baby.
I want a baby for the love that I can't get from you, nor my father. My father left when I was a baby, and my mother tells me it's because of me.
It's probably hurtful enough that her father's not in her life. And it doesn't help when mom's saying, it's because of you why he's not. She wants to have this baby to hurt you.
I had to put this girl in juvenile hall 4 times.
So doesn't help?
If you're not gonna listen to her, listen to what I have to say, because I've been there. I got pregnant at 15.
Here's your future talking to you.
Yes.
This is you in 8 years. At some point, somebody has to be an adult here and say, you're not running the show. I know exactly where your father is. Would you like your father to be in your life?
Yes.
I'll take you to go see your father and meet him for the first time. Welcome to the show. My first guest is Shalonda. And Shalonda, how old are you?
14.
You're 14 years old.
Yes.
And why are you here today?
Well, Steve, I'm here today because as you said, I'm 14 years old and I want a baby.
You want a baby?
Yes, and my mom called your show because she thinks I'm out of control teenager. I've been running away off and on for the last 3 months of this year.
Why does your mom think you're, first of all, we're going to get to why you want to have a baby. I mean, at 14,
Yes.
let me just tell you right now, this isn't meant to be mean to you, but it is ridiculous to think that you want a baby at 14.
It is, but if you live the lifestyle I've lived.
Let me tell you something. At 14, all you're going to do is complicate your life by bringing a child in. Children cannot raise children. It's as simple as that.
Well, I'm a child raising 3 kids already, so it really doesn't even matter.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
I'm a child, I'm 14, I'm raising 3 kids at home already. Now, they're not mine, but they're my mother's. And I bathe them, take care of them. You know, I've been raising them since they were barely like 2 years old, since I was 11. I know how to take care of kids. I'm not new at this. So if I have my plan already when I turn 15 and when I have a job.
What is your plan?
Well, when I turn 15, because I can't get a job, I'll get a job. And I'll raise my money, and then when I turn 15, I'll get pregnant. You know, not like by anybody, but when I get pregnant. When I turn 16, I'll have my baby, and then I have my plan worked out, because it's nothing new.
So your plan is a job and money, and that's going to be good enough to bring a child into the world. Job and money.
And yeah.
Everybody's different. I'm not saying the way I did it's the right way or the wrong way. Don't you want to, at 14? When I was 14 years old, I wanted to go to Cubs games and collect baseball cards.
No.
I didn't want to have a child.
But I do.
I could barely take care of my dog. And you want to bring a child into the world?
I know, but I understand. I raised a newborn. I wake up in the morning.
And so you're raising, you said, since 11 years old, right? And now you're 4. And sometimes you're mad that you
No, I don't get mad.
You never get mad.
I never get mad. But what I want to, in return, is to have freedom. That's what I want. And I know once I have my child, I won't have freedom, but I'll have somebody to love me. That's basically all I want.
What about these kids you're raising now? Don't they love you?
They love me, but they're not mine. And come on now, I'm 14, like I said. I'm not childish. I'm immature. I'm mature. I'm not immature, but I'm mature. I'm in the level
But
in
you're
between.
saying your mom shouldn't be letting you
in
leave
the house
you alone,
with 3 kids.
taking care of 3 kids,
Unattended.
So you're making so you're making my case for me.
No, it's
your
not
mom
that.
shouldn't do that, and she shouldn't let you have a kid at 14.
She's not letting me. It's not what she says. I could really, no, I'm not saying she's a bad parent, but if I want to do that, that's what I'm going to do.
And I'm trying to talk you out of it.
But you can't.
Why?
It's not like I'm pregnant right now, trying to get pregnant at 14. When I turn 15, that's my plan, get a job.
Are you sexually active?
Yes.
And are you trying to have a child?
Not right now. Now I'm trying to find the perfect guy to have a child with.
You scare me.
How?
Because I know that my daughter's going to be 14 someday. And I can't imagine my 14-year-old daughter having sex.
That's not the point, though.
That is the point. It scares me.
The 14-year-old, when your daughter turns 14 and she has the capability to watch 3 kids and love 3 children, she's going to want her own child one day.
Yeah, and I hope that day comes when she's an adult.
Not for me.
Send me to hell if I kill someone. You're not having a baby.
Yeah, when you're talking about bringing a child into the world,
Okay,
I'd throw you in jail too. I know exactly where your father is. I'll take you to go see your father and meet him for the first time. Well, let me ask you, why are you here today?
Because like I said, I'm 14, I want to have a baby. and my mother thinks I'm out of control. She wants
But
help.
why did you agree to come here? Did you think I was going to help you get a baby?
No.
Did you think I would take your side of it?
No, I really know I need help, like with my personal problems with my mother, because I can't communicate with her. I wouldn't be having these thoughts if I can tell my mother what I'm thinking. Like, come on now, I can't tell her nothing, because if I feel like I tell her something, she's gonna run her mouth. So that's like me telling, oh yeah, mother, I want a baby. She doesn't talk me out of it. That's like the problem I'm having with her now. So if she could come to me and tell me, child, you shouldn't do that, I would listen to her. She doesn't say that. She sits there and like, okay, whatever. She laughs at it. That's like the thing she does. So obviously, if I'm sitting here right now, telling I want a baby at 14, she's not really doing her job as a parent. That's really how I feel.
I agree with you.
So that's like, I don't know how to explain it, but.
Well, let me ask you, Shalonda. Is it more that you're kind of just hurt that your mom and maybe
I don't have a father. As you can see, I don't have a father. I don't have a man to love me. If I feel that I can have a child and have someone to love me the way I love my mother and my three little brothers and sisters, that's basically all I want is love.
I want you to think about this for a second and really give me an honest answer. Is this more of you wanting your mom to be in your life and to be a mother to you, than it's really about you wanting to be a mother at 15 years old?
I want my mother to love me.
But if your mom said, and she loved you and she acted the way you want her to, and show you attention, spend time with you, and if she said to you, Shalonda, you're too young to have a baby, would you listen to your mother?
Not now.
Why?
Because it's like, I already know what I want to do. It's like, if I would have came to her in the beginning, I would have took her advice. But now it's so far along. I've been wanting a baby since last year. That's not nothing. It's like, that's like, you can't bring back the past and like, oh yeah, mother, I wanted a baby at 13. That's been a year. You can't change the plans.
Yeah, but couldn't, I'm talking to you now, and I'm trying to talk to you and share my life experience with you and really prevent something that's not going to be good for you. I'm not up here saying don't have a kid because it'll make your life better. I'm really telling you that because it's just going to make your life harder right now. You have your whole life ahead of you.
I understand that, but I feel like if I have my child, I have friends. Not only if I have my mother, I have family, other family members, cousins that can support me. That's basically all I need.
But that's not how you raise children.
It's not,
you can't
I know.
rely on cousins and friends and everybody else. You know what? When it comes down to it, when you bring a child into the world, you count on yourself.
I know.
And then that's who your child is counting on you. Look at you. You don't even have your father in your life, right?
No, I don't.
That's got to be kind of hurtful, right?
It is.
Do you wonder about your father?
Sometimes.
Why don't you see your father?
Well, I've never seen my father a day in my life. And basically, my father left when I was a baby. I never got the chance to see him. And to me, it feels like my father left because of my mother. And my mother tells me it's because of me. So if I feel like I don't have a father, like, to my mother, it's like, I don't know what it is to her.
Let me ask you a simple question. Is it hurtful that you feel like your father's not in your life?
Yes, it is.
Would you like your father to be in your life?
Yes.
You would have liked him to been in your life since you were born?
Since I was born.
So wouldn't you possibly be doing that to your child? Do you think that some young man that you're sleeping with now, if you bring a child into the world, do you really think at 15, 16, 17, I don't know how old the guy is?
I wouldn't want that to happen to my child.
But do you think that guy's going to stick around and like raise a child?
I want a baby so bad it doesn't even matter if I love him, I would be willing to have his baby. If he's not there, he's not there.
If you're not going to listen to her, listen to what I have to say because I've been there. I got pregnant at 15.
Here's your future talking to you. This is you in 8 years. I know exactly where your father is. Would you like your father to be in your life?
Yes.
I'll take you to go see your father and meet him for the first time. You know what I think? I think you want your mother or your father in your life. That's what I really believe. Let's bring your mom, Shondra, out. Let's hear what she has to say about this. How you doing, ma'am?
Hi, fine. Shalonda? I love you a lot.
I love you too.
And let me tell you, it's hard being a mother. I got 5, and I just started going to school. I'm just not trying to go to school to get a bachelor's degree. I had to put my life on hold because that was my choice.
Okay, I understand that.
And it's, you're not having a baby.
Yes,
God
I am.
God is my witness.
Okay,
You're
but
not having a baby.
You can't stop me.
Yes.
I want a
you
child.
know what? God is my witness. No, I can't stop you, but it's my job to try to make a way to let you know that that is not okay. I done everything I could do for you.
Okay, I understand
you
that.
had your own room.
Okay.
You know, you had cell phones.
Listen to your mom. Listen.
You had cell phones. You know, I let you go to parties, let you spend up your
You
friend's
did not
house.
let me go to parties.
Yeah, well, maybe that's true. But I let you go to your friend's house to spend the night. You know, I gave you more freedom than I can let you have.
Give your mom a chance. and
No,
listen
I
to
don't
her.
want to listen to her. She can't
I know you
change
don't
it.
want to, but you will listen to her.
Okay, I'm gonna listen to
okay?
her, but I'm not gonna understand. I'm not.
Just listen, then, okay?
That's not an act of maturity that you're showing right now. Somebody that would be able to raise a child. I'm not gonna listen. You're acting like a child right now.
No, I'm not.
God's my witness. Send me to hell if I kill someone. You're not having a baby.
Part of the problem is the two of you can't talk to each other.
True.
If this is the way you talk to each other at home, I can see why nothing gets through to anybody's head. Now, Mom, I want you to listen to your daughter, okay? Because there's a problem here that she's running away, that she wants a child at 14. I'm on your side here as far as I wouldn't want my 14-year-old daughter to have a child. And I would be like you. I would do everything I could to stop it. And I'm trying everything I can to stop with your daughter. But what I want you to do is listen to your daughter right now and give her a chance to talk. Shalonda, so here's your chance. Talk to your mom.
Okay, I understand you don't want me to have a baby, but I want a baby for the love that I can't get from you nor my father. The pressure you put me through, watching your kids, trying to manage with school, homework, doing your housework, and washing sometimes your clothes. That's just too much. You call me a child, but at the same time, you want me to be mature and watch 3 children on my own without the help of my sister. That's hard. And for me to do that, I feel like, why should I have to watch 3 children? I can go out and have my own and take care of my own child, and that's just one. And you can stop treating me like a child and make it seem like I'm like an adult and stop trying to treat me like a baby, because I'm not a baby.
Can I tell you that when I was 21, I didn't know what I was doing? Can I tell you that? I was 21.
I understand.
I didn't know what I was doing.
But
And-
if you was in my age right now, watching 3 children, you would not say that.
And I'm sorry that you feel that you don't have a mother and a father. Shalonda, I believe that, you know, that God says he helped me out even more. He ain't helping me out less because I'm by myself. He's helping me out more. And I go with that strength that God has given me every day to protect my children, to do what I'm supposed to do.
You say that, but when you leave me with your 3 children, you turn your phone off.
If I'm-
No.
Mom, is it true that maybe you're putting too much on a 14-year-old to ask her to watch 3 children and one's a baby, right?
No, well, my youngest is 7.
Okay, so she's watching 3 young children, right?
Yes.
Isn't that a lot to ask of a 14-year-old?
Yes.
I mean, how often is this every day that she has to do this?
She will say every day. I do go to school. I do work. There's times, I'm not gonna lie, I go to the club with my friends, or, you know, if I gotta go shopping, you know. I think that a lot of things is, I don't let them know.
Wait, let's back up, Mom.
Okay.
If you're asking your 14-year-old daughter to help with the family, I understand that. She's definitely smart enough to watch children. I believe that. Having one, totally different story. But if your daughter is feeling all this pressure of having to raise these 3 children while you work a lot, but then when you have time down where you can be at home with your children, is it responsible to be going out with clubs with your friends?
No.
I mean,
No.
you have to make a decision. Who do you want to spend time with? If you're working so much, you say you work 2 jobs, or
I did. I worked 2
you
jobs.
work 2 jobs. Okay, you're doing the right thing. You're working hard to support your family, but you know, then I hear it out of the next one. But you know I shouldn't go out to clubs with my friends. You know, well then why don't you make a decision? You know, here your 14-year-old daughter's talking about having a baby. She wants a baby when she's 15. Don't you say, well, you know what? I'm not going out. I'm going to stay at home and spend some time with my daughter and maybe prevent this.
did not know that I mean, I'm not perfect, you know.
Nobody is.
And I'm not perfect, and I granted, I shouldn't go to clubs. You know, maybe I shouldn't go to clubs, but it's not that. It's every day. It's not even every month. It's more every 5 or 6 months. I might at least go once or twice. So I go with family, an event. But I do agree that I shouldn't put all the responsibility on her while watching my kids. And
Did you tell your daughter that it was her fault that her father's not in her life?
no,
Yes, you do when you're mad at me. Yes, you do.
no.
You've
you know
never
what?
you've never said that to her?
God is my witness. I want to believe I didn't. Because, look, can I tell you why?
Well, hold on, Mom. I think as a parent, you either know you said that to
I
your
didn't
child
say
or
that.
you didn't.
I didn't say that. And the reason why I know I wouldn't say that,
Is she lying about that?
No, because I'm not going to just get into our life story, but at a time when we've gotten to an argument and I said, I don't like you, I was like, you're not my mother, you're Shondra to me. She's like, well, if you don't have me, you don't have your father, and your father's not here because of you, and I'm your mother and your father, so there's no father in your life, so it doesn't even matter about your father. That's exactly what she says.
Is she making that up?
I would say she's not. But in defense,
Mom,
let me
let's be honest
I am going to be
here.
honest with you. In my defense, I would say to her at the same time, she was running away. She was giving me all these trouble. And I could not, I'm not saying, Steve, one justifies the other. And I'm not saying that. But she put me through a lot from January until May to where if I said to her, I said a lot of angry stuff to her within that time frame. So she's sitting here telling you I said it. She's pretty honest. She's more honest, I'm gonna be honest with you, than what I would be.
You're the adult. You have to take the high road, and you don't ever make your kids feel bad why there's not a father first of all, it's probably hurtful enough that her father's not in her life. And it doesn't help when mom's saying, it's because of you why he's not. You are acting like a child. I'm gonna do it, and I don't care. That's how a child acts.
All I gotta do is one itsy little thing. Oh, I'm calling your probation officer. Thank you. Not exactly.
Yeah, when you're talking about bringing a child into the world,
Okay,
I'd throw you in jail too.
But I'm just saying, if I said that, I know it's wrong. But at the same time, when she's running away, she's, don't
Mom,
know where she's going.
She wants to have this baby to hurt you. That's what she wants to do.
I don't believe that. I believe she wants, that's it?
That is.
To hurt me?
It is. It is.
Wanted to make sure I got this right. Because you're saying it's because I want you to watch my three, because I asked you to help with your brothers and
If I
sisters.
didn't watch your 3 kids and had to watch a whole bunch of kids, I wouldn't want a baby. But taking care of 3 kids and learning what to do, that's like, okay, well, I might as well just have my own and take care of my own instead of 3 and having to watch a whole bunch of other kids.
So can I ask you this? If I have to say, and I have to keep my promise, that I would not let you watch my kids, would you promise me that this would be something that you would consider until you get through with college? Or even until you get through with high school?
I can't.
Why not?
Because I already want a baby.
Okay, but could you please reconsider? Could you just reconsider? I think to me that's reasonable. Could you reconsider? Could you help me out?
You're too young. You should be enjoying.
I understand. I'm not enjoying my childhood. If I was out having fun with my friends, I wouldn't think about having a baby. If I'm right now,
Shalonda, I can't let you have fun with your friends. You run away.
Okay, wait. You don't trust me, so it doesn't even matter.
Hold on, stop. Mom, I gotta say, you're giving me a headache. But here the situation is, if I move into your house and I'm the man of the house, and I know that you're 14 years old and you're having sex and you're gonna be running away, guess what? You're not going out. You're going to stay home.
Okay, but if I stay in the house watching your 3 kids, ain't no reason for me to stay in the house, and then I know I can just go out automatically when you're asleep and get pregnant.
Why are you running away?
Because the pressure she's put me through. You got to do this, and now that I'm back and I'm on probation, I got to do everything she says, or she's gonna put me in juvie. I still regret it. I don't care. That's not gonna make me feel like you're a slave and listen to everything you do.
I didn't put her in juvie because of just, hey, let me call the police.
Shalonda, I mean, as much as you might not like to hear this, and as much as I didn't like to hear it when I was 14, you have rules. If you run away, yeah, and if your mom can't control you, that's what she's supposed to. Call the police. And if you're not going to listen,
they can't control me.
Well, when you're in an Audi home, they can control you, right? Because you ain't going anywhere.
Okay.
Is that where you want to be?
Obviously, if I'm living with her, that's where I'm going to end up.
We've had somebody that was on the show before, and they've come here to try to help you, to try to talk some sense into you. So let's bring her out, and let's hear what she has to say. And I want you to listen, okay?
Hi.
Hi.
I've been listening to you out there. If you're not going to listen to her, listen to what I have to say, because I've been there. I'm 22 years old. I have 3 kids. I got pregnant at 15, had my baby at 16, and it was hard. And I had to have my mom there because I couldn't do it by myself. And I hear you out here saying, you want a baby, you have a plan, this and that. Oh, I had plans too. I had to put my life on hold for my kids. I wanted to be a model, and I couldn't do that. You know why? Because I had to make sure I work, go to school, to make sure my kids have diapers, wipes, food. I didn't have no car. I had to get on the bus, take my daughter to school, and then take myself to school on the bus. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
You're ready for this? Mm-hmm. I don't think you are. I mean, you can look that way, but I'm serious right now, you know? You say you're a slave now. When you have that baby that you say you're going to have, you're going to really be a slave.
Here's the truth is, here's your future. Here's your future talking to you.
I'm still working to take care of my kids.
This is you in 8 years.
All I want is one. She got 3.
You know what?
Once you have one,
3,
I didn't
you got
want
4.
any.
I got 5.
I wouldn't take it back. But I have them now. And now I have to work for my kids. You don't work for yourself. You don't go out and work for yourself, have money for yourself. You have money for them kids to live on.
Let me ask you a question, and I don't even know this. You were on the show before, right?
Oh, yes.
And when you said you got pregnant at 15 and you had a child at 16. Mm-hmm. The man that had that child with you when you were 16 years old, is he still in the picture?
No. They're not going to be around.
Does he provide you with anything for this child?
Or not.
I do it on my own.
But see, that's the problem here. I keep trying to tell you. Mm-hmm. You say you'll be okay with it, but you're not okay with that. Your own father's not in your life. And you'll be doing the same thing that hurts you now to your own child.
Exactly.
See, the scary thing is, it's with this child here, and I hear it, and, you know, my father probably would have handled the situation a little differently with me. But my thing is, your mother comes out. She's admitted she's made mistakes. I'm sitting here hearing a child saying, and when I say child, you are acting like a child. I'm going to do it, and I don't care. That's how a child acts. You know what an adult does? You know what? I better stop and think about this. I better make the best decision I can for myself, for my family.
And the best decision is to get a career.
Mm-hmm. You know, here Natalie's been on the show. She's been through the same thing that you've been through. Mm-hmm.
Because
I don't know how much more that I could do to bring a woman that's done exactly what you've done and is advising you against it, is telling you you are going to screw up your life. We're not all telling you this because we don't want what's best for you. We don't want what's best for you to have a good time, to have fun. Yeah, we want that for you. We want you to enjoy your childhood. We don't want you to screw it up. And you know what I get sick of? I got sick of it when I was being a policeman. I get sick of it now when I read the paper. Children having children. You're going to need handouts. Mm-hmm. And you know what? You don't have the life experience. You don't have the maturity level to pass on to your child when you're 15 years old. And then what happens? Your child is going to be 14 or 15 and goes, well, my mom did it. It's okay. Mm-hmm. And my dad ain't around. And she said it's because of you'll end up saying the same thing to your child that she said to you. Believe me. And you said you have this big plan, and I'm telling you, I'm a little frustrated because we're up here not trying to make your life worse, we're trying to make it better and talk some sense into you. Mm-hmm. But I feel like I'm talking to a brick wall. Mm-hmm. You know, your mom saying she made a mistake, here's a young woman saying I did the exact same thing, and you're sitting there like, you know, a spoiled child saying, I'd rather be in the Audi home.
Okay, she says that, but once...
Now I'm talking about what you're saying right now. What you're saying. You really want to go back to the Audi home? Because I know I dropped off lots of kids there. And I know as a grown man, I don't even want to spend the night in the Audi home. I mean, all it is a mini jail. And kids are mean to each other in there. I know that for a fact. And you'd rather be there than at home? Your mom's here.
I don't have a choice, so it don't even matter.
You don't have a choice.
You do have a choice.
It's your choice.
All I gotta do is one itsy little thing. Oh, I'm calling your probation officer. Thank you. Not exactly.
Yeah, when you're talking about bringing a child into the world,
okay,
I'd throw you in jail too.
Even what? That's not the issue. Oh,
That is the issue. That's why you're on the show today.
Exactly. But I'm talking about if I go home. Oh, you're getting an attitude. Oh, don't make me call your probation officer.
You're
Stupid
getting an
things
attitude
like that.
now. With her, with
totally
me,
is.
with the audience, with everybody you have an attitude. I mean, at some point, yes, I want to be sympathetic and I want to help you out. But at some point, somebody has to be an adult here and say, you're not running the show.
And that has to be given.
Well, let's go meet your father for the first time. You wanted to meet your dad? He's here. I got him for you.
I feel like you should have been there from day one, because I've never seen you.
You can't treat her. You can't treat her like an adult sometimes and then treat her like a child another.
Exactly.
You can't do that. You can't play both sides. You have to be firm and be the adult all times. So
I know that.
if
But it's hard. Can I say it's hard because at the same time I want to give her freedom. I want to give her the independence, and it's not that I want to. It's just that she's missing that part of her life. You know, she's missing that person's a part of her life.
She said that she needs someone to talk to. How come you don't sit down with this woman right here?
Okay,
that
she
says
goes and
that
runs her mouth. She goes and runs her mouth to the family members, her friends. That's why I'm telling her nothing.
That could be true.
Oh,
but let me say this.
Okay, you know what? Everybody stop. Everybody stop. We've gotten to the point now, we're just going back and forth here. Mom has taken responsibility. She has said, she has taken advantage of you. That means something. It does, whether you like it or not, for her to come on and say, listen.
I understand.
Okay? She came on the show. She came on the show because they care about you and they don't want you to make a mistake. So what I want to do now is, Mom and Natalie, I thank you for coming on. Thank you for being there for her.
I really hope you don't do that. It's gonna really, really put a hold on your life.
I'd like to ask the two of you to leave the stage right now. I want to talk to. Thank you.
Thank you.
You got a lot of issues with your mom. I understand that. I understand you might be angry with her. But it's real simple. You can't have a kid. You can't have a child right now because you're too damn young. You're too damn young. And you said yourself that you're doing this because you're mad at your mom and you want to get back at her and, not take care of her kids. Is that the reason why to have a child? Think about it.
That's not the reason.
But, to bring a human life into the world is because you're mad at someone? It's the exact opposite of why you're bringing a child into the world. It's because you love someone that you're bringing a child into the world. So let's not confuse it. You don't bring children into the world because you're mad. And I think part of it is you're mad because your father's not in your life, right?
That too.
And you were told, she's made a mistake. And she said, your dad's not in your life because of you. Well, I don't think that's true. I don't think your dad took off because you.
Well, I don't know, because I never met him. So.
Well, I don't know what the reason is, but I'm guessing maybe it was probably they couldn't get along. I mean, that's probably the obvious answer, right? You have trouble getting along with your own mom. I'm guessing that maybe he had trouble getting along with your mom. But that doesn't excuse the fact that he's not been in your life. That doesn't excuse the fact. Now, what if I told you, I know exactly where your father is, and I could take you to him? See, we contacted your father, and he was supposed to show up on the show. He hasn't seen you since you've been 3 months old. And he was supposed to be here today. And you know what? For some reason, he didn't show up.
My mother.
No.
Me. So I tell him.
I don't know why. You asked us to find your father, right? Well, we found him. And I'm asking you, would you like to meet your father? He wouldn't come, so what I'm telling you, I'll take you to go see your father, meet him for the first time. Do you want to meet your father?
Yes.
Well, I don't know what reason why he didn't come here today, because we sent the car for him and he didn't show up. But since he won't come see you, I'm going to take you to him. If it's all right with your mother and if it's all right with you. Let's bring Mom back out.
Thank you.
Is it all right if I take your daughter to her father?
Yeah.
With you? Would you go with?
I will go with you.
Do you want to go meet your father for the first time? Are you ready
Thank
for
you.
this? You ready to do this? Well, let's
Yes.
go meet your father for the first time. Let's go. Let's go right out this door. So you're Roy, and you're Shalonda's dad.
Yes.
And so your daughter was on the show. She's 14 years old, and she's talking about she's 14. She wants to have a child when she's 15. She hasn't seen you ever, really. I mean, you saw her when she was born. She was 9 months old. And since problems with her and your mother, for whatever reason, you haven't been in her life, I think she's hurting because her mother hasn't always been there for her and put a lot of pressure on her, raising 3 of her children. And I think she really wants to meet you. And I told her I'd do everything I can to come and find you and have you come and talk to your daughter. So I'd like to bring your daughter in and you can talk to her, okay?
Fine.
All right, Roy. Come here, Shalonda.
What's up, baby?
This is your father, Roy.
Come here, baby. You okay? It's all right, baby. It's okay.
Now, Shalonda, one of the reasons why I came down here and got your father was because you came on the show today and you said, you know, you've had problems and you want to have a baby at 15. And I talked a little bit with your father, and you know what? Your father's concerned about you, and he wants to be, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but
I've been searching for you for a long time, boo.
and he wants to be in your life. What is a father can you?
It's not. 'Cause I didn't have you when I was young. So I know you're going through some stuff, so don't worry about it, baby. It's gonna be all right. Don't cry. It's all right, boo. It's all right, baby. You got a lot to talk about. You good?
Thank you, Steve.
Now listen, I got your father back in your life, right? I came and I got him, and I brought you to him. So now you got to do me a favor. You do me a favor? You're going to listen to your dad, and if your dad says he doesn't think it's wise for you to have a child, you're going to take some advice from him. This is your father now, okay? What do you want to say to your father?
I feel like you should have been there from day one.
It's a lot we need to talk about.
You know, maybe you got to wipe the slate clean now, and he is here now, and he wants to be involved in your life, and you want somebody in your life. You got to give him a chance.
It's gonna be okay, boo-boo.
I know this is a lot at 14. You know, it's a lot. But you know, your mom on the show said she's willing to make some changes. And now your father's here. He's standing right in front of you. You wanted your dad, you wanted to meet your dad. He's here. I got them for you. And I know this is a lot to take in one day for a 14-year-old. But now, just slow down. Take some time.
That's all. It wasn't like I wasn't gonna believe me. This year was our year, because I was coming to you this year, believe me.
Are you happy to see your dad? This right now has to be about really moving forward.
That's all.
And you know, and forgetting about the past. A relationship didn't work out between him and your mom, but that happens all the time. And you know what? He wants to be in your life. He's been fighting to get in your life. He's proven that to me. So I think moving forward.
I got papers to prove that.
And what I think now is moving forward. And Roy, I brought your daughter to you. Just, you know, be a part of her life. Be good to her. You know, here's your dad standing right in front of you. Right. Your mom's willing to make changes. Your dad's in your life now. He's standing here. This is about moving forward and putting a 14-year-old girl on the right track and get you to start thinking straight again. We're going to make it work?
Yeah, I never had no doubts.
Okay. Roy, now that I brought your daughter to you, promise me, man to man, that you're going to be in her life from now on.
From this day forward.
Good luck to you, Roy.
All right, thanks.
All right? Shonda, good luck to you, honey. Listen to your dad now, okay? All right. We're going to leave you guys alone. And you know what? We're going to follow up. I'm going to make sure that your mom's making the changes and dad's staying in your life, okay?
I'm not going nowhere.
You got my number too, Roy. You need anything? You need help to getting her? And you need help? If she doesn't listen to you, you call me, we'll do it together. All right. All right. Good luck to you. All right. Since the show, Shalonda and her father talk every day. They both feel confident their relationship will continue to grow. Everyone's got something to say about the Steve Wilkos Show. Whether you love it, hate it, or have a funny comment, drop a line in Steve's mailbag at stevewilkos.com. If I read your email on the air, I'll send you a free t-shirt. Here's my first email. Steve, thank you for guiding me to be a better father. For almost 2 years, I was on drugs. Watching you and the guests on your show changed my life. My children now have a better life because I stopped using. Thank you for making an impact on my life. John P. That's awesome, John. Doesn't it feel great to be there for your children? Thank you for making an impact on the lives of your kids. Steve, you have proven to me what I've always known about cops. You all have a fascist law and order mentality. I'm 67 and grew up in a time when this nation truly was the best. Now, everywhere you go, there's a camera or a cop. Ron. No one wants to take responsibility for anything. Either they blame the cops or the government. But they'll never look in the mirror and ask themselves, how can I change to make this world a better place? Keith wrote this next email. The show I saw was about the little boy BJ and his 4 sisters. Their mother was not there for them. I give that father kudos for being a stand-up man and raising his children alone. Steve, I'm a full-grown man and I don't usually have tears in my eyes. I was truly touched by this show. For what it's worth, you are an amazing man with wonderful intentions. Your newly dedicated fan, Keith. Just like every child, BJ deserves to have both his parents in his life. Thanks for watching, Keith. Susan wrote this last email. The 2 veins on both sides of your head collapse when you really get angry. Hope you don't have a heart attack or a stroke on TV. 1 hour is not going to do much for them. Calm down and enjoy your show so that we can continue to watch. God bless, Susan. Thank you for your concern, but I'm fine. I know that 1 hour may not help some people, but if you watch my show, you'll see that many of the guests who ask for my help get help. I am personally committed to following up on these stories, and I'm proud to say that we are helping people take control of their lives.